toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oregon's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. When these two get together, there is no inclination to take your foot off the gas. And the last time these two met, Oregon full throttle and finished the blowout.
And I think Oregon fans and Oregon people around the building would tell you this is kind of their new squad now. This is the way this rivalry is going to go. Oregon getting more talent, more national attention. This team
turning it on. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Fires left. It's caught. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his tool box.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, you've seen the evolution evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And right down the middle. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to the ground game on the left. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Moore to the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's caught. It's Davison. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across.
Touchdown, Oregon! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other.
He's got some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Looking to fire. Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They're going to run it to the right. He's past the 30. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The toss sweep to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another...
He's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy. College football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Took a shot as he threw. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one.
Breaks into the open. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Moore to the air. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. To the air on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
The Ducks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Moore will throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Line getting set on 2nd down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Huskies in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Moore to the air. A little screen to the running back. Shakes off the defender. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, they wait all year for this game, and the Ducks and Huskies could just give us one fun finish today. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. Still 2 quarters to go in this one between UW and Oregon, a treasured rivalry in both Seattle and Eugene.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball on the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Moore will throw. On target. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. And the Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, running back gets to give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looking for space. It's Hansen. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run. Now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Snap it to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Hansen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They're working that left side. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Dead center perfect. They're forced to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires on the move. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll test the right side. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start in the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. Moore to the air. Hauls it in. At the 45 on its way. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The offense changing the play. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Open space at the 25. Delivers the stiff arm. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Off play action on 1st down. Unloads it left. Pulls it in. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Handoff from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Washington wants to go quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 38 over Illinois. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Moore will throw. Caught near the sticks. It's low. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Fleming. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
The give to the back. And some room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Shoots it to the left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Oregon. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this has been the story of the game everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Here comes the two-point try. Wants to go up top. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
And how about the cherry on the sundae? The big INT return for a touchdown, and now throw on the two-point conversion. Give this team 8.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds a tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
On to kick it away.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36.
First and 10.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
29 Philly.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Casper. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. So Oregon gets the victory in its blood feud against Washington, and you best believe this one is going to stick with the men in purple for quite a while. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.